The Council of Centaurals gathered on Cadenza. It was a giant metal planet floating in space, cold and silent. Ships from hundreds of star systems circled above. Lights from many worlds glowed in the sky. This place was built to keep peace among the stars. Dr. Alex Carter stood at the edge of the great council hall. He wore a plain black suit. His face was calm, but inside he felt heavy. He had spent 10 years sitting at Earth's seat. Today that seat was empty. The council leader, a tall green creature with soft glowing eyes, stood up. Her voice echoed in the hall. "Let the record show," she said, "that humanity has left the council." The room stayed quiet. No cheers, no anger, just silence. Alex lowered his head. He had tried to stop this for years. He had warned Earth's leaders again and again, but they stopped listening. They believed the galaxy had turned against them. They wanted to stand alone. Alex walked out of the hall, trying to hide the pain on his face. The other members of the council watched him leave. He knew what they were thinking. Can we trust humans ever again? As Alex reached the outer platform, a voice called out to him. "Alex," the voice said softly. Alex turned. It was Counselor Zen. Zen's skin was deep blue like the night sky. His 4 eyes blinked slowly. He had always been kind to Alex. "We need to talk," Zen said. Alex nodded. They moved to a quiet place under the shadow of a large silver tower. Zen spoke in a low voice. "There are rumors," Zen said, "about something called Project Oblivion. Tell me it is not true." Alex frowned. He had heard the name before, but no one on Earth had spoken of it clearly. "I don't know what it really is," Alex replied. "They never told me." Zen leaned closer. "We have heard this weapon is real, powerful enough to destroy stars. The council is afraid." Alex felt a chill. He shook his head. "Earth wouldn't do that," he said. "We only want peace." Zen stared into Alex's eyes. "Then go home and find the truth," Zen said. "Because if it is real, the galaxy will not wait. They will strike first." Alex nodded slowly. His hands tightened into fists. "I will find out," he promised. As Zen turned to leave, he stopped and looked back. "Be careful, my friend," Zen said. "The galaxy is watching." Alex stood alone on the platform. Above him, ships moved across the stars. His heart felt heavy, but his path was clear. He had to return to Earth. He had to find the truth, before it was too late. Alex's ship, the Horizon, left Cadenza behind. The stars stretched like long white lines as he jumped into hyperspace. He sat alone in the small cockpit, thinking about what Counselor Zen had told him. Project Oblivion. The name echoed in his mind. If it was true, Earth had crossed a line. He needed proof. He needed to stop it. After 3 days of silent travel, Alex reached Earth's defense zone. Giant warships floated in formation above the planet. Their silver bodies looked like sharp blades ready to strike. One of them was the flagship, the Titan. Admiral Royce Caderl commanded it. Alex sent a message to the command tower. "This is Dr. Alex Carter, requesting permission to dock," he said. The reply came quickly. "Permission granted. Admiral Caderl requests your presence." Alex felt his stomach tighten, but he had no choice. He landed on the docking bay and stepped out. 2 soldiers greeted him, both armed. "Follow us," one said. They walked in silence through cold metal halls until they reached the Admiral's chamber. The doors slid open with a sharp hiss. Admiral Caderl stood by the window, looking down at Earth. His uniform was dark, covered in metals. His face was like stone, cold and unreadable. "Dr. Carter," Caderl said without turning. "I wondered how long it would take you to come back." Alex stepped forward. "I heard rumors," Alex said, "about Project Oblivion. Tell me it's not true." Caderl turned slowly, smiling without warmth. "Oh, it's very real," Caderl replied. "And it's almost ready." Alex felt his heart sink. "Why?" Alex asked. "Why build something like that? It's not peace, it's genocide." Caderl walked closer. His voice was calm, almost gentle. The galaxy never respected us. Alex, Caderl said. They used us, they laughed behind our backs. They made us beg for a seat at their table. Alex shook his head. That's not true. Caderl's eyes narrowed. They fear strength, and we are strong now. See, with Oblivion, no one will dare to touch us again. We will bring peace, on our terms. Alex took a step back. This is madness, he whispered. Caderl nodded toward the guards. See, Dr. Carter is no longer welcome here, Caderl said coldly. Arrest him. Alex's heart raced. He knew this might happen. He moved fast. Before the guards could grab him, Alex hit the emergency lights. The hallway plunged into flashing red. He ran, pushing through the soldiers. Alarms blared. Doors slammed shut behind him. He made it back to the horizon just in time. Ship shook as bullets hit the hull, but the engines roared to life. He flew out of the docking bay and into space. Caderl's face appeared on his screen. You're a traitor to your kind, Caderl said. Alex stared back. No. Alex replied, I'm trying to save us all. The screen went dark. Alex knew there was no turning back. He now had the proof. Caderls had admitted everything. But Earth would hunt him. The Council might not believe him. And time was running out. Alex set his course back toward the stars. He had to warn the galaxy. Before Caderl made his move, Alex kept his ship flying through the dark space between systems. He had not slept in 2 days. His eyes burned, but he forced himself to stay awake. He had one goal, reach Counselor Zen. He knew Caderl had sent ships after him. Earth now called him a traitor. Every human outpost had his face on the most wanted list. He was not safe anywhere near human space, but there was a bigger problem. As he neared the Council border, his ship's warning lights flashed. A message came through the radio. This is Council Patrol. Identify yourself. Alex paused. He knew they might not trust him either. Earth had walked away from the Council. Why would they believe him now? He turned on the radio. This is Dr. Alex Carter. I have urgent news for Counselor Zen. There was a long silence. Prepare to be boarded, the voice replied coldly. Alex had no choice. He shut down his ship's engines and waited. A Council patrol ship locked onto him. A team of 4 soldiers in black armor entered his ship. Their weapons were raised. Dr. Carter, you are under arrest, the lead soldier said. Alex raised his hands. He spoke quickly. I need to speak to Zen. I have proof about Project Oblivion. I'm trying to stop it. The soldier didn't care. He grabbed Alex's arm and pulled him toward their ship. Hours passed. Alex sat in a small holding room, cold and alone. He tapped his fingers on the metal table, trying to stay calm. Finally, the door opened. Zen walked in. Alex stood up fast. Zen, listen. Zen raised a hand to stop him. Why are you here, Alex? Zen asked, his voice low and serious. You said you would find the truth, did you? Alex nodded quickly. Yes, it's real. Caderl told me himself. The weapon is almost ready. Zen's eyes narrowed. Do you have proof? Alex felt helpless. No recordings, but you have my word. Caderl admitted it. Zen sighed and sat down across from him. Alex, the Council does not trust you. Some believe you are lying to trick us. Alex leaned forward, desperate. Please, Zen, give me a chance to stop this. I know where the weapon is. I can stop Caderl before he uses it. Zen studied Alex for a long time. The silence felt like a heavy wall between them. Finally, Zen spoke. The Council is meeting now. Some want to strike Earth first. They believe it is the only way to be safe. Alex felt his heart pound. Please, he whispered. Let me stop Caderl. If I fail, then do what you must. But give me this chance. Zen stood slowly. I will give you one last chance, Alex. But you must act fast. The Council will not wait long. Alex nodded, relief washing over him. Zen turned to the door but looked back one more time. You are hunted by both sides now. Zen said. Be careful. You may have no one left to trust. Alex took a deep breath. He knew what he had to do next. He had to build a team that still believed in peace. It was his only hope. Alex left the Council patrol ship in a small scout craft. Zan had made sure no one followed him. But Alex knew his time was running out. The Council was planning to strike Earth. Kaysel was planning to fire Project Oblivion. If both sides made their move, the galaxy would burn. Alex needed help, but not just from the Council. He needed people who still believed peace was possible. People who could stop Kaysel from the inside. People who could stand with him when no one else would. He started sending messages to old friends, both human and alien. Some did not answer. Some told him to never contact them again. But a few, a brave few, answered his call. 2 days later, Alex landed on a rocky moon called Vora 7. It was far from the Council's eyes and Earth's reach. A small team waited for him there. The first was Kira Lane, a former Earth pilot. She had once flown with Alex on peace missions. She left the military when Earth left the Council. She never trusted Kaysel. "You're lucky I still pick up your calls," Kira said as she crossed her arms. "Everyone says you're a traitor." "I'm not here to save my name," Alex replied. "I'm here to stop a war." Kira nodded. "I figured that," she said. "That's why I came." The second was Torin, a giant insect-like alien from the planet Vexor. He had served as a peacekeeper on the Council. He spoke slowly, but every word felt heavy. "Your people broke the Council's trust," Torin said. "But you stood with us. That is why I stand with you now." The third was Aelin Vare, a hacker from the planet Nera. She was small and quiet, but her mind was sharp. She had once cracked Earth's military systems for the Council. "I can break into their systems again," Aelin said. "But we have to move fast. Kaysel will lock everything down soon." Alex stood before them. 3 friends, 3 risks. Not much, but enough to try. He told them the plan. Kaysel's station was hidden near a dead star called Blackfire 9. That's where Project Oblivion was being built. The station had strong defenses. They couldn't fight their way in. But if they used stealth, they might get inside and shut the weapon down before Kaysel fired it. "We're not soldiers," Kira said. "We'll need more help." Alex nodded. "There are others," he said. "People still watching, still hoping. I'll find them." For the next 2 days they searched for allies. Some were smugglers. Some were former peacekeepers. Some were simple workers who hated what Kaysel was doing. In the end, Alex gathered a small but determined team. Not many, but enough to try. Enough to hope. They prepared their ship, a stolen cargo freighter with weak weapons but strong engines. Aelin worked on the systems. Torin checked the ship's hull. Kira mapped the fastest way to Blackfire 9. As they stood on the loading ramp, Alex looked at each of them. "We might not come back," Alex said. "But if we do nothing, the galaxy will burn. Kaysel will win. Billions will die." Kira smiled. "Then let's not fail." They climbed aboard. Engines roared to life. Alex took the pilot's seat. He looked at the stars ahead. They had one chance, one shot to stop the end. The journey to Blackfire 9 was long and quiet. The crew spoke very little. Each person knew what was waiting for them at the end. The freighter moved through deep space. It passed dead worlds and silent stars. At last, the black sun came into view. Blackfire 9 was not bright, like other stars. It was cold and dead, like a frozen heart. Floating close to it was Kayl's hidden station. It was huge, dark, and shaped like a metal claw. Earth's warships circled it, watching for any sign of danger. Alex and his team watched from a distance. "That's it," Kira whispered. "Project Oblivion is inside that station." Alex nodded. "And Kayl is waiting to fire it." Aelin leaned forward. She pointed at the ship's screen. "There's a weak spot on the side of the station," she said. "A small docking bay used for cargo. It's not well guarded." Alex gripped the controls. "That's where we'll go in." The team put on dark suits and carried light weapons. They knew they couldn't win a full fight. Their mission was simple. Get in. Disable the weapon. Get out. Kira piloted the freighter slowly toward the docking bay. Aylin hacked the security sensors. The ship slid past the warships without being seen. The freighter landed inside the bay. The team moved fast, sticking to the shadows. They passed crates and fuel tanks. Torin crushed a guard quietly with his heavy arms. Kira took out another with a silent shot. They reached the main hallway. Alex looked at the map on his wrist. "This way," he whispered. "The control room is 2 levels up." They climbed the metal stairs. Alarms started flashing. They found the freighter. Aylin hissed. "We keep moving," Alex ordered. Soldiers filled the halls. The team ducked behind walls and crates. They moved fast, shooting only when they had to. Every second felt like an hour. Every breath felt heavy. Finally they reached the control room doors. Aylin ran to the control panel and started typing fast. "Hurry," Torin warned. Aylin's fingers moved faster. "Almost there." "Done," she said. The doors slid open. The team rushed inside. In the center of the room stood a giant control panel. On the screen above, a timer counted down. 0 hours 5 minutes and 0 seconds. 5 minutes until the weapon fired. Alex ran to the panel. His hands shook as he searched for the shutdown code. But before he could press the keys, a deep voice stopped him. "I wouldn't do that if I were you." Alex turned. Admiral Kale stood at the doorway, a weapon in his hand. Soldiers stood behind him, ready to shoot. Alex stepped in front of the control panel. "It's over, Kale," Alex said. "You'll kill billions. Stop this." Kale took a step forward. His eyes were cold. "You're too late," Kale said. "We already won. After today no one will ever dare to challenge Earth again." Alex's heart pounded. "You're wrong," Alex said. "This isn't power. This is fear. You'll start a war you can't control." Kale raised his weapon. "I'll bring peace. You just can't see it." Alex knew there was only one chance left. He gave a small nod to Ellen. She understood. She pressed a hidden key on her wrist device. The lights flickered. The countdown stopped. Kale's face twisted in anger. "No," he shouted. Kale fired. Alex dove aside, as the room filled with gunfire. Kale and Torin fought back. Aylin kept working on the system. Alex grabbed a pipe from the floor and rushed at Kale. They struggled. They hit the wall hard. Kale tried to choke Alex. But Alex grabbed Kale's own weapon and fired. Kale fell to the floor, motionless. The station began to shake. Warning alarms blared. "Core failure detected," the computer voice said. "Station collapse in 2 minutes." Alex turned to his team. "We have to go now." They ran back toward the docking bay. The station shook harder with every step. Walls cracked. Sparks flew. They jumped back into the freighter. Kale fired. Up the engines. The station behind them exploded into a cloud of fire and metal. Alex sat back, breathing hard. Project Oblivion was gone, but the fight for peace was not over. The freighter shook as it escaped the blast. Fire and broken metal filled the dark space behind them. Kale's station was gone. Project Oblivion was destroyed. But it wasn't over yet. Alex stood in the middle of the ship's control room. He looked at the small screen showing the Council's fleet moving toward Earth. Dozens of ships, ready for war. "We stopped Kale," Kira said, breathing hard. "But the Council is still coming." Alex nodded. "They won't believe Kale is dead," he replied. "They think Earth is still planning to strike." Aylin turned from her station. "We have Kale's voice on the recording," she said. "The one when he admitted the weapon was real." Alex's eyes widened. "You recorded it?" Aylin smiled a little. "Always record everything," she said simply. Alex sat down. There was only one thing left to do. He sent a message to the Council's flagship. He asked for a direct link to Counselor Zen. Minutes passed. Finally, Zen's face appeared on the screen. "Alex," Zen said, his voice cold. "We are ready to strike. Stand down." Alex leaned closer. "Wait, listen to me. Kale is dead. Project Oblivion is destroyed." Zen's eyes narrowed. Prove it. Alex played the recording. Kale's voice filled the room. Oh, it's very real, and it's almost ready. We will bring peace by making the galaxy fear us. Alex stopped the recording and spoke quickly. Kale was the threat, not all of Earth. Please, Zen, give Earth a chance to come back to the table. Don't start a war. Zen stayed silent for a long moment. Finally, he nodded slowly. We will hold our attack. For now, Zen said. But Earth must answer to the Council again. There will be no more secrets. Alex felt a weight lift off his chest. Thank you, he whispered. The screen went dark. The team sat in silence for a moment. Kira finally spoke. So, what now? Alex looked out at the stars. We go home, he said. We tell the truth. We rebuild trust, if they let us. Torin placed a heavy hand on Alex's shoulder. You did well, human, Torin said. But peace is not won with one fight. You must keep fighting for it. Alex nodded. He knew Torin was right. They turned the ship toward Earth. The long road to peace was just beginning. But at least for now, the galaxy had a second chance. The freighter moved slowly toward Earth. Alex stood at the front window, looking at the blue and green planet. He had not seen it in months. It still looked peaceful from space, but he knew the people below were divided. Some had followed Admiral Kale. Others had feared what Kale was doing, but stayed silent. Now they would all have to face the truth. Alex sent a message to Earth's leaders. He told them about Kale's death. He told them about the Council's warning. He told them they had one last chance to make peace. Days passed. Alex and his team stayed in orbit, waiting for a reply. Finally, Earth's leaders called him to speak. They sent a ship to bring him down to the surface. Alex stood in front of a large gathering of officials. They looked tired. Some looked angry. Some looked ashamed. One of them spoke. Why did you stop Kale? The man asked. Why did you go against your own people? Alex spoke clearly and calmly. Because he was wrong, Alex said. He wanted to rule through fear. But peace cannot be forced. It must be chosen. We left the Council in anger. We can only return with honesty. The room stayed quiet for a long time. Finally, one of the leaders stood up. You have done what none of us had the courage to do, she said. You have given us a second chance. The others nodded slowly. Alex felt a wave of relief. But he knew it was not over. The Council sent new ships. They did not attack. Instead, they sent diplomats. Meetings began again. Talks were slow. Trust was broken. But there was hope. Alex watched from a distance. He did not ask for a seat this time. He had done his part. It was time for others to lead. Kira, Torin, and Ellen stood with him one last time on the edge of a landing platform. What will you do now? Kira asked. Alex smiled. I think I'll keep watching the stars, he said. Just in case the galaxy needs me again. The three friends shook hands. They had faced the end together. And they had survived. Above them the Council's flag and Earth's flag flew side by side once more. The war had been stopped. For now peace had returned.